I personally love finding motivated sellers because I save so much money. Now, when you find a motivated seller, you're basically buying it for less than market value. Remember, the saying is you make your money when you buy your property, you realize your money when you sell the property. So we're going to be making a lot of money and we're going to get more in passive income because today we're talking about motivated sellers. And this is the third of 3 different videos. We're giving you literally 30 different ways to actually find motivated sellers. We actually use these ways, and the students at Master Passive Income do as well. And today with me, I have Charles Rose Jr. with me. One of my students is now just helping me out in Master Passive Income because he loves helping people, and he just got 4 properties that are basically motivated sellers and bought them with no money. Charles, great to have you on the show.
Dustin, it is always great to be on this show. And I just love this topic today that we're talking about helping people to find motivated sellers in this kind of market. And like Dustin said, we have 30 different ways and we're going to share 10 on this video. But if you were to try 10% of the 30 ways, just 3 of them, imagine how much more motivated sellers you can find to help you grow your real estate business.
And with finding motivated sellers, like I said, we're not paying market value. Hopefully we're going to be paying 20 to 30%, if not more. I've even bought properties like basically half off because somebody was so motivated to sell the property. They're basically saying, take it. I'm so tired of it. I don't want it anymore. I'm like, thank you. And I'll make more money on that. And as we're talking about these 10 great ways, I also want to give you my real estate investing course absolutely for free. If you go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course, all one word, it'll be in the description. Get my free real estate investing course so you can teach you how to do all this stuff and make money and quit your job, that JOB, that just over broke job. And in this list, you're going to want to hear number 9 and number 10 because you might not have thought of them, but they're fantastic ways to find properties that are with distressed sellers. And Charles, what's the first way in this new list of 10 more ways to find motivated sellers?
The first way is wholesalers. Man, we just love wholesalers. I get so excited.
We do.
I get so excited to think about wholesalers. In fact, of those 4 deals that my wife and I closed last month, 2 of them were through wholesalers. And so this is such a great way to find motivated sellers. And what we love about this way is your wholesalers, they will do all the work. So all of these things that we talk about on this list of 30, you bet your wholesalers are doing most of them, if not
they're doing all
of them.
30.
Yeah, they're probably doing all 30. They're probably doing more. It's probably a list of 100 ways, Dustin, that we don't know about. So we love wholesalers. They bring you great properties at great discounts. And all the properties that my wife and I bought last month were anywhere from like a 30 to 50% discount, all from wholesalers. That's why we love them.
Absolutely. I personally bought lots and lots of properties from wholesalers. They're my favorite. Above realtors, by far above realtors. Wholesalers are fantastic. So if you're a wholesaler, love you, you're fantastic. Leave a comment in below to say, hey, I'm a wholesaler, where you're at, and hopefully people will reach out to you and help you in your wholesaling business. Okay, the next one is the reduced price in an MLS listing. Now, what you're going to happen is somebody might list a property at a certain price, and then after time, it's not selling. So you're going to see a decrease in the value that they're trying to get for the asking price. And so if it's dropped like 20%, 10%, whatever it might be, they're willing to negotiate. It's basically just telling you, take more money off the top. So we love negotiating, basically going after these motivated sellers because they're saying, I need to get rid of this property. Let's lower the price. So they're really to lower it more to save us more money.
Yes, Dustin. And in fact, I remember a third property that I was getting, which was a duplex. And I remember like going through this property with you as we were on one of our coaching calls. And one of the things you mentioned to me was like, the property started at 110, then they dropped it down to 100, then they dropped it down to 90. And so I think I had, maybe like 85. I probably started with 85. And you were like, Charles, I think you should start lower because this seller dropped it like 3 different times. So they're motivated. And I remember starting at like, so I put an offer at 70, was able to close the property at 76,000. So I totally remember that, Dustin. I just wanted to share that.
That was your first deal. And you basically saved, almost $40,000 from their original asking price. So that is just money put in your pocket. Okay, the next one is bird dogs, or that's basically a bird dog. What they do when you go hunting for birds, the bird dogs, the dog itself would find a bird for you. You basically want to find people that are finding properties for you, and you can give them a little commission, or you can just literally tell your aunts and uncles and everybody that you're an investor, that you're looking to buy properties. And if they hear that somebody's going to buy a property, just encourage them. Hey, I'll give you $100 if you can find somebody. You don't have to pay them, but it's a little incentive. I'll take you out to dinner, or whoever you're actually talking to, say, I'll help you out. I'll give you some money if you find a good property that I can buy. So there's people that are out there that you can just ask them. If you see a property that somebody wants to sell, bring it to me. I'd love to buy it off of them, and I'll give you some money for helping out.
And another great way is advertising. You can advertise yourself, whether it's daily, monthly, by the minute. You can put out advertisements on websites. You can put up "We Buy Houses" signs. You can put it in newspapers, flyers, online. You can put
Facebook ads. You could even do
Facebook ads. Absolutely. You could use all of these type of advertisements, letting people know that you buy properties quick, you buy properties fast, you buy properties with cash, and you're gonna attract motivated sellers.
And a great way to find motivated sellers, another one, is when you're driving around the neighborhood, you see a house that's literally dilapidated, or weeds are growing, or paint's chipping, newspapers are piled up. That's basically a property that the owner is not taking care of. They're not really caring about it. If they did, they would fix it up and get it rented out or sell it. And so they might just be sitting on thinking, oh, this is a headache. I just wish somebody would buy from me. I've bought plenty of properties like that. So what you want to do as you're driving around, or even if you're just networking with other people, and say, if you see any property like that, just let me know the address and I'll reach out to them. So you want to find distressed properties, one that look like no maintenance has been done on the house for like a year. That's most likely a seller that's really ready to get rid of it.
And another great way is withdrawn MLS listings. And this is where a seller may have had their property on the MLS for months and months and not getting enough hits on it. And so they decide to pull it off. So you could get this automated from your realtor, and you could reach out to these sellers. And a lot of times they may be motivated because, their property was sitting on the MLS and didn't get any hits, and they'll be motivated to sell you that property at a discount.
And another one is fantastic. It's really, really simple. You can even get it done for, I don't know, maybe $50. And it's basically putting a sign, or even get an entire car wrap where they wrap your car with "I buy houses fast for cash." You can even buy just a little magnet that's about this big with it printed on there, "I buy houses fast for cash." Put your phone number on there, and they'll call you. It's advertising everywhere you go. Just like if you put a bandit sign literally on the telephone poles, you nail that up and people see it, you're literally driving all over and you're advertising, letting people know. That's the biggest thing in all this finding distressed properties and finding people who are motivated sellers, is when you actually let more people know that you're an investor, that you're ready to buy properties. So just get a sign, slap it on your car, drive around town.
And another fantastic way is investor groups and meetups. And so I remember too, Dustin, as we were going through coaching, one of the things you recommended was networking through local RIA groups. And this is such a great way, because one of the things that they do at the RIA groups I go to is buy and sell and trade. And this is very common throughout RIAs throughout the nation. They buy, sell, and trade. And you could find people who's motivated to sell properties, or they may know someone that knows someone that's motivated. So it's a great way to find motivated sellers at these investor groups and local meetups. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the one that you've been waiting for. Dustin briefly mentioned at the beginning. This one is eviction filings, probates, divorce cases, tax liens, code laws. This is such a great way to find motivated sellers. You have people who really want to get rid of their properties. Couples who are getting divorced, they want to sell properties right away. As a matter of fact, I have a friend where him and his wife was, getting a divorce, and so sad, but man, his wife wanted to sell the property right away, and they got the property for way under market value. And so a lot of times people are motivated to sell their properties in these types of situations, and you can find it at the courts. You can find it in so many different ways, even through your wholesalers. But check these out, because this is such a great way to find properties at a discount through motivated sellers. These sellers are usually very motivated.
Especially like you're saying, somebody having an issue like a divorce, probate, where a grandpa dies and they have to go through a will and that whole process. And who knows, they might just want to sell the property. Figuring out who has actually passed away or divorced or having problems you can potentially, and you got to get this through your head. It's not that you're trying to take away a property from them. You're trying to help them out of their problem. They don't have to sell to you. It's just you benefiting them by saying, hey, I can buy this property. I can take this headache off your hands. Here's the price. So that's awesome. Now, here's the one that you've been definitely waiting for, number 10. Number 10 is fantastic. Imagine a place where you can go where people only buy and sell properties, and they're looking to sell properties. They're looking to buy properties. They're looking to invest their money. Imagine going to a place where everybody wants to do that. Go to real estate conferences, literally conferences like Master Passive Income. I eventually want to have a live conference where we can bring all the investors together and we all get together and we just hash out everything and we try to work together and try to help each other out. There are lots and lots of conferences where other investors meet. And as you're going through these conferences, you're going to be meeting a lot of investors and a lot of people who know other people that you can hopefully find some really great motivated sellers. Remember, this is the third of 3 videos. Go back and check all the other 2. There's 30 total ways. Check the link in the description. Get that as well. All right, guys, if you got anything out of this, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.